My facial expressions are horrific, can I just say? Like, they are awful.
Everyone seems to think that me and Shakira hate each other. We don't at all.
Some of the things I've said, I'm like, oh my God, no.
All they'll show is a clip of Meg sitting at the mini fire pit going, but we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
But we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
She's been around the gaff, hasn't she? Hideaway Helena was around.
Hi guys, and please welcome Meg and Helena to the fire pit.
Hi. Different fire pit.
It is hopefully like a more chill fire pit.
Yeah, definitely.
Got PTSD.
I was going to say.
I know, bless you. You've both like gone through it. Genuinely, like, how are you both?
I mean, it's been crazy since we've been out. Like, It's actually really nice to be out.
Yeah.
I think every islander that's been in Love Island can only be the ones that will say something about it. It's way more intense than what you'd ever imagine.
100%.
And to be out, it's just amazing. Like, there's so much support and love, and it's just, yeah, wicked. So crazy.
It is good to be. I think, especially for me, I got to a point when I was in there that I was just like, I can't even be here anymore. Like, my head was so in the bin about everything that I was just struggling to deal with just even being in the villa. Like, I wasn't even present in conversations towards the end. Even speaking to you and Dee, I was just like, I need to get out of there. But it's like, since coming out, it's just, it's just been a whirlwind. Like, nobody understands how weird it is, I think, until you actually do it yourself. Like, it's just so intense. But yeah, since coming out, the support has been incredible. It's been really nice, because I know I went through a phase, especially when I had a lot of online hate on my Instagram.
Yeah, how are you both? Like,
weeks ago.
It is crazy when you're like, this is a TV show.
Yeah,
like,
I think people
crazy.
don't remember that at the same time. Like, obviously, people watch 45 minutes of a day rather than 24 hours.
Yeah.
And, like, with the stuff that they see, it's the clips that they see of, like, a half-hour conversation. They'll see the 30 seconds, that's the entertainment. So people don't realise, like, we are only human at the end of the day, and we both can say we've learned a lot from being in that villa, and it teaches you so much about yourself. And because people only do see a short snippet, they're very opinionated, and it's like you don't actually know what goes on in there. So I think we're both safe to say we've received a lot of hate, but a lot of support at the same time. Like, and that's what it's like being in the public eye, but no one can ever be prepared for that. So but the support is amazing. Like, and it's crazy because you go to people, like, you introduce yourself and you're just like, hi, I'm Meg, or hi, I'm Helena, and they're like, yeah, we know who you are, like, we've been watching you for weeks on end. So it's you can't even explain it, can you? Like, it's ridiculous.
Have you had any, like, weird, like, moments of, like, fans being like, can I take your picture and stuff? Like, have you gotten used to that yet?
No, like,
it's still weird.
I definitely haven't got used to it.
Yeah.
But it's so weird, because you just think, like, I was out the other day with my friend, even when we were in Dave as well, in the toilet, and it's like, you actually can't go anywhere now without people recognising you. And it's weird because we just think we're the same people.
Yeah.
But, like, when you get out there and people actually want to take your picture, and a lot of people, it's either really young girls or, like, mums.
Yeah.
Like, the range of support that you get is so weird, because you don't expect how many people actually watch it.
Yeah.
Different age ranges as well.
Yeah. It is all different ages, but, like, you've got people, like, nearly crying, like, shaking, like, no, like, we've had it a few times. Me and Dee was out in London the other day, and people were, like, shaking. They just, like, freeze, and they're like, we don't want to ask, but can we have photo? We're like, yeah, of course you can. Like, it's so nice, and it's like, it's really nice to meet these people. So people are very invested in the show.
Yes, this year we have, like, I don't feel like anyone's been as invested as they have been, but, like, you guys, I don't know what you did, but, like, well done.
Nobody went on that show to find love. It seems like everyone was just there doing a madness. Apart from Meg.
It was funny, like, and we all, like, enjoyed every single moment at the same time. Like, we've all had our downs.
Really? Because there were lots of tears, guys.
There were lots of tears.
But it's like, it comes with it. Like, you're in a villa, you're there 24 hours of a day. Like, you have no alone time, like, at all. The time you're alone is probably when you're in the shower or in the toilet. Like, you have no alone time. So to be in a space with everyone, and actually you have, like, really good friendships. Like, you explore connections. Obviously, I've got a boyfriend out of it, which boyfriend and girlfriend's been a thing for the whole outside. I mean, it's just, I don't ever want to hear it again.
Do you know what I've noticed, though? they don't actually show a lot of us having fun.
Yeah.
So we had so much fun in
yeah.
We would be dying of laughter every single day, all day, every day. But all they'll show is a clip of Meg sitting at the mini fire pit going, "But we're boyfriend and girlfriend." But we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, and
the facial expressions
seems so serious and so deep in there, but it really wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, it was like.
I feel like everyone, when we've come out, said they see more of our personalities in unseen bits.
Yeah.
So, like, always doing
bits.
cartwheels. Yeah. We were always playing games, like doing like doing random stuff. And
me, Harry, and Megan just used to cartwheel around the villa all day.
Yeah, they did, and I just feel like, what is going on? But like, unseen bits is a lot of us. Yeah. So obviously, it's the entertainment that is like. Everyone's like on edge watching the show, but actually when you get to know our personalities, we were all having a ball, weren't we? We was all cracking up and just having the best time.
You mentioned tape, so you've gone now.
Been there, done that. I mean,
not like Meg having a go at Militia for going to tape and then goes on like first night out to tape.
And then when we was at the final, Militia was like, "We need to go to tape," and I'm like, "Oh God!" And I'm like, "Okay, fine." And everyone was planning a night out in tape when we was back, when we was in Mallorca at the final. So they were like, "Come on, you got to go to tape." So shock, we went to tape.
We did end up in tape. I was in a ball gown. We were wearing long dresses, and I thought if anyone ever told me a couple of years ago I'd be sitting in tape in a ball gown.
Yeah. Why were you in ball? Wait, because had you been somewhere before?
We went out for a meal before.
Dinner. Nice civilised dinner.
Yeah, nice dinner. And then obviously Harrison was like, "Let's go tape," and then everyone was going tape, and I was like, "Oh, for God's sake, shock! I've got to go there." We've given them enough promo.
I will say now that that's the first and last time I'll be going into tape for
me too.
Like ever.
Yeah.
Tape will not be seeing his face again.
I feel like ITV2 need to get on that sponsorship for next year. Like, how is that not happening?
I know.
Yet?
I don't know how we're not sponsors of tape at this point. It's been talked about enough, but we've been there now and we've been there, done that.
So you mentioned Militia. You guys are good?
Yeah, we're absolutely fine. Yeah. The whole villa, like, we're good with all of the girls and the boys. Like, I think, like we keep saying, you watch 45 minutes of a day, and actually when you speak to these people, like, we're obviously going to have the reunion soon and be around them, and we all can't wait to just be normal, like living normal life, having a drink together. So the party's well and truly needed, isn't it? Definitely.
I was going to bring this up later, but you obviously mentioned that you get on with everyone, and obviously the divide was like the big talking point, and I feel like you were always really adamant that you were like, I don't see a divide that isn't one. Have you watched any of the clips back, and can you now see how it was set, like how it was filmed, that like people could see it like that?
Yeah, definitely. I think since I haven't watched the show back like that, but we've been watching clips, like I've watched clips on TikTok and stuff, and like some of the situations I've been in, like my facial expressions are horrific, can I just say, like they are awful. I don't want, and that's probably why I got the most texts in the villa, because they wanted me to react. But like some of the stuff I've said, like I completely hold my hands up. I was like, wow, that was so uncalled for. Like I shouldn't have spoke to the girls like that and stuff like that. And like nobody's perfect, but it has taught me a lot about myself being in the show, and like I can only apologise to the girls for the things I've said. And I think the problem is there was like a part of a divide, but I think it was made out way bigger than what it was. Like on down days, we used to have down days on a Saturday. Every down day I would share a bed with Tony and Tony and Yasmin. So like one down day and on a night, Tony was like, "Oh, you were cuddling me in the night." Like it was quite funny. So like we all have relationships, but obviously you're going to be closer to others than what you are. But I think just being in the villa, it's so tense and stuff. I think we'll see more when we're at like events and stuff, and it's good because you're not with someone 24 hours of a day on each other's toes. So I think the divide was made out much bigger than what it was.
Because as a group, like collectively, we all got on. Like we'd be in the dressing room getting ready for the night out in the garden.
We've been hanging out.
But like no one will be arguing. We'll be like doing each other's makeup, helping each other's hair. But they never show that kind of stuff. They never show like when me and Shakira were hugging, or when me and Tony were hugging, or when me and Tony had that disagreement about Harrison and then you were hugging Harrison. They will never show that side of it. It always will just be the groups, like the separate groups, which to be honest, like in the morning you debrief and the evening you debrief. So you debrief with the people you're closest to.
Yeah, and
So
you go out in them groups in the evening as well.
Right.
So I can see where it's shown more, but actually everything was left outside the dressing room. We all got on like ready for bed. We was doing crazy stuff in that dressing room, getting ready for bed. Like
the videos that we made in the dressing room.
Like, yeah, we were just doing random stuff.
We were rolling around the floor, dancing, like just having a laugh.
Like a girls' night.
Yeah, like normal girls.
It was like it felt like a girls' sleepover every single day.
Yeah,
so fun.
And down days were like big girl groups. Like we had girl groups on down days. Like even like Yaz would make me a peppermint tea. Then like we would all wash our hair and get in pajamas and like eat. So we got takeaway sometimes. We'd all eat at McDonald's together. Like the down days really brung us together more, didn't they? But
don't get me wrong. Like, there was obviously parts where people were bickering and stuff.
Yeah.
But as you would as well when you live with someone 24/7. It's the same like with us and the boys. Like you'd be arguing with your fella because you just annoy each other and you get on top of each other.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it was actually anything serious. Like it wasn't like there was massive hatred towards anyone. Everyone seems to think that me and Shakira hate each other. Yeah. We don't at all.
And me.
Like me and Shakira never had an argument.
The villa with Shakira.
Yeah, I did.
Like
I entered the villa with Shakira, and I think she was probably one of the last person I hugged when I left. Like I needed a drink so much, and Shakira was like, "Let me get you your Fanta." Like we were always there for each other. She was sick one day. I gave her my blanket, made her dry toast in bed. Like it's mental because on the show it looks like we absolutely hate each other, and we say comments, but we always used to say it was verbal diarrhea, didn't we? Like even all of us were like, "Oh, we've spoke verbal diarrhea to each other today." So this whole thing is crazy, but we can understand, like, and I can hold my hands up, like some of the things I've said, I'm like, oh my God, no. Yeah. But it's so tense in there. Yeah. And like now you are outside, you see it all, and it's like, oh, I wish I went back on that. But the past is a past, you can only move on from it.
Yeah. Like I probably shouldn't have said that Shakira would flirt with a plant. That was not we've not
said things we didn't mean.
Yeah, I mean the girls' group chats in your own life.
Yeah.
Like stuff that gets said.
But that's just my humour. Like I would say that about myself. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just go flirt with the plants tonight or something like that. But it wasn't meant in a malicious way at all. It was kind of like a tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
But then watching back the clip, I've seen it and been like, oh, if I heard someone say that about someone, I'd be like, wow. Bitch. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was another clip as well. Like, I think me and Shakira were having an argument around the fire pit, and she said something, and I said back, I think she said, I can't stand you, but I said back, like, I can't stand you. Like, I said what she said because I was processing it, but it made it look like I was muttering under my breath, saying, I can't stand you. And I thought, oh my God, the way that's been perceived, like, it was crazy because that wasn't the situation. Yeah. So some of the clips, I'm like, oh, I just wish I didn't even, like, say it in my head, but speak it out loud, because it got shown in a way that wasn't the way, if that makes sense. Yeah. But I mean, we know what it is now. We're outside, and to be fair, we see them all on Thursday, so we'll have a drink.
Yeah,
be good. Yeah, and I feel like people would understand. Like with you and Shakira, there's a reason why people think there's like a more divide because of obviously Harry. Mm-hmm. But if it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there was moments in there where we were both wound up at each other, and I would make, me and Shakira had a really weird banter though, didn't we, where we would make comments at each other in a jokey way, but would say it to each other's face all the time. So like we'd be in the dressing room and like ask like to, I don't know, she was doing her hair or something, and then you'd make a comment, I'll take your man later, or sloppy seconds, like, but we'd both say it back to each other all the time. But we know that when we see the girls on Thursday, we'll be like, oh my God,
there's no bad blood with anyone. I think everyone, even walking in and coming out, there's no bad blood. Like even on the final, us lot all met before, and we was all so excited to see each other, weren't we? Like, and
you've only just left each other.
I know, but it's really weird. Like we were all so excited, and it was so nice to see everyone, but it's just so tense in there, so it's good to be out.
Meg, you and Dee are moving in together?
Right, we went on one TikTok the other day. I mean, like, that's our next steps, I suppose, because obviously I've been to Southampton like twice since being home. I had my welcome home party and then been there a day, but even just coming back to London all the time, and it's really weird because we lived with each other like every single day, and he never shared a bed with anyone but me. Like even on down days, we'd wake up in the middle of the night and Shakira would be like, what are you two doing up? Like, because we were separate, and she would always be like, you two are always waking up in the middle of the night. Like, it's really weird decided to not be with each other. So that would be like the next steps to move in with each other, and obviously I would move more up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is on the cards.
Oh my god.
I feel like I've known him for years then. I feel like I've known House for years, like
I feel
everyone.
like you're adopted little child moving in.
Is it just like marriage proposal soon?
I won't go that far. I won't go that far
No?
at all. We got a lot to go for then.
Obviously now you're back. Your family have met him a bit more. How are they feeling about the situation and the relationship?
Yeah, I think everyone loves him at home. So
Great.
yeah, like
Good.
from when my mum and sister came in the villa, obviously they were watching what they had seen on TV.
Yeah.
And then now we've been home and they see us together, like their whole opinions have completely changed. Just from even meeting him once, they're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like you two are really good together. Like he really respects you, like, and stuff like this. So I think obviously it was not nice for them to watch on TV at all. I mean, every time I cried, I think they cried, and it's hard for them to know that. And at the same time, like, I'm happy that they've changed their mind already on him, and it's such a positive thing because all they want me to be is happy. So yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Oh, that's so cute. Helena, people on socials want to see you get with Ronnie Vint.
We were talking about this morning.
How do we feel about
Where
this?
has that come
I have
from?
no idea where the
I
people
keep
on
seeing
TikTok
it on
is.
TikTok, and I'm like, what? Where?
I don't. But how would you feel about that? If Ronnie slides into your DMs, what would you say?
I mean, like, from what I've seen, I don't think I've actually watched a series that he's been on, but I do think he's quite funny.
Yeah.
He's got that personality that
Banter.
that I definitely go for. So, I mean, yeah, come on, Ronnie.
Okay, and if it's not Ronnie, is there anyone else, celeb-wise, ex-Islander-wise, that you want to shoot your shot with? That was your chance.
God, shoot my shot.
Come on, girl, get out
What,
there.
should I just DM someone saying, do you want to go hide away? I feel like I'd really get on with Casey,
Oh,
wouldn't I?
is that...
Do you not think?
Who would you want her to get with?
Oh,
Anyone you can see is like,
God.
like as like a friend who you're like, okay, this is who I want for my friend.
I just want House to be happy. Like, I
Yeah.
think that's the main thing. I want someone to treat her how she should be
Yeah.
treated. And I think she's had a tough time in there. She's been around the gaff, hasn't she? Hideaway Helena was around, but she really enjoyed her
about 8
time.
couples.
Yeah.
the whole time.
She'd be like, oh, not another recoupling. She's like, Meg, this is going to be my 6th couple. This could be my 7th. And I'm just like, I'm in the same one. Like, I really felt for her. But you know what? She handled it so well. Like, at the points, every single time she was in a friendship couple, she made that person that she was coupled up with feel like welcome in the couple, like sharing a bed with them. And she just held her head high so many times. So I just want her to be happy and someone to have the banter she has. Definitely. They need to match that. Otherwise, I don't think she'd be like, what? And I think they would just be cracking at her and not having nothing to say. So as long as she's happy, that's all that matters.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I also loved really early on, you and Harry had a conversation about like previous like sexual experiences and everything. And there was like was it Harry that got really weird about you like having had your fun as you should do? And I just thought it was a really cool moment where you were like, yeah, like, and like there was no shame in it, like as there shouldn't be. I just really liked that moment from you.
I feel like I'm quite an honest person, so I think a lot of people would say to you, oh, don't mention this to people, don't mention that. But I'm like, do you know what? I'd rather you know everything about me than you find out something about me. But the way he took it, I think, because at the time he took it well when I was there, and then like hearing him speak to the boys about it in such like a negative way and really degrading as well. And I was like, I kind of told you that in confidence, you know what I mean? And it's like, I've kind of like told you that in trust as well, and for you to turn it around and make me look like I'm a terrible person for something that
You
I've
was
done.
upset by that.
I was really upset by it because I just thought it was something that, you know, that I did in the past, and I don't necessarily did have that behaviour about me anymore. I was like, but it's still, you know, that's still what I did, and I'm going to own that I've done that.
It
So,
took you
yeah.
a lot to say it as well, I think. And in that situation, like you said, it took you a lot to say that, and you like owned it.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't lie about it. And then obviously when conversations were had with the boys, I think we wasn't there and they went out, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was that boys' night.
And yeah,
Like dreaded boys' night with
Yeah.
the big massive
Oh,
screen
with,
that
like,
came in.
like, with Melisha and Emily.
and it was spoken about then. So I think House was like, what the hell? Like he said
But
it
the
to
most
all of the
annoying
boys.
thing was like, he then, a couple of weeks down the line, revealed that he'd done so much work in like that, but got the receipts challenge or whatever. And I was stood there thinking, how on earth are you trying to come at me for doing what I did when you've done it 10 times worse?
It's the double standard
Yeah.
of men.
Boys
Like,
will be boys.
and it just felt frustrating because it's like often like you guys were falling out over the boys, and it's like at the end you guys were all like, oh wait, hang on, why are we falling out about these boys when they're the ones that should be in trouble?
Definitely.
Do you wish you had that realization earlier?
Probably in some situations, like, and you know what? When the boys were outside the villa, I mean, we was all dying for Girls' Day outside the villa.
We thought Girls' Day. We
I
never
think
got Girls'
we
Day. But I think they didn't give it to us
because of the
divide.
So
they wouldn't want to give us a Girls' Day because then no one in the public would actually realise that the divide isn't there.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
like,
So it wouldn't make
get
sense.
along.
Yeah.
So like even when we had the pajama night in, I was like, come on girls, let's have pajamas waiting for the Casa Boys. We were like, this is not the pajamas and Prosecco we want.
No.
And then also like when we had the pamper day in the villa and we was doing a
so good.
that thing,
so good.
that was probably like, that was when us girls all came together fully. But we was like, we just want a day out. And every time the boys got a day out, we were like, girls, we're actually getting on so well. The boys are the problem. And Tony said it enough times. She was like, girls, it's the boys that are the problem.
Yes.
And it was so true at the time. Like, because they were having so much fun on the outside, doing what they wanted. And we were like, girls, we're just enjoying our holiday here.
The boys really got favoured though in this series, I think.
Yeah.
And like they got everything. Whereas
yeah.
You had to wait an extra day for your Casa Boys as
What?
well. I was
No.
ITV.
They got beers and bands. They got their shopping day. I get it. They were doing it for a date for us, but they got that. What else did they get?
They were
Oh,
just
bombshells.
Yeah.
They had way more bombshells than we did.
They got loads, like, and we were just like, what's going on with us girls?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There was a moment when you guys all had like that like sit down and you were like, oh, we're all friends now. Or like you had that moment, it was like, what, I can't remember what you called it, like the truce or whatever it was. And then it kind of flipped back a day later and everyone was like, wait, what happened? Do you remember that? Like the fire pit?
Yeah. I remember at the fire pit we had that conversation.
There was like a big conversation. You and Tony were like, right, girls, let's just like come together. And then like a few days later, it kind of felt like it had gone backwards. Did it?
Was
feel
it when
that
we
way?
had that game?
The challenges, yeah.
Fire
I
pit,
think that's what's the hardest bit. And like when you're filming the challenges and stuff, the first questions are really like boring and everyone's just sat there like, yeah, we're all nice and stuff like this. Like I think in that first challenge it was like, who's the most high maintenance, and me and Dee got it, and everyone was like, you and Dee are the most high maintenance, the way you two take to get ready and stuff like this. And we were all laughing and stuff like that. And they're like, then the challenge team give you saucier questions and they're like, we need more from you. So I feel like it just kind of eggs you on a bit. But like things get so tense in that moment. And like I think when it comes to the challenges, you know, as soon as a challenge is coming, going down, but then everyone resolves it them nights anyway. So it's just like, right, you've had the challenge, you've all said what you need to say, blow over. So it's always back and forth. But at the same time, like the girls' days, the down days and stuff are so needed for us girls, and I think it proves a lot. So, and even the talent show, I think the talent show, everyone's best moment in that villa was a talent show, wasn't it? And anyone you speak to were like, we came together as a whole family
think
then.
That people saw us all look that happy for a long time.
No.
Until that talent show was shown, because I think before that, even like my friends and family said it was quite uncomfortable towards the end to watch the clips.
Definitely.
But that was the only night that we were all actually laughing and enjoying each other's company. Like, not the only night, but like we just...
It was easy.
It was, because it was probably the only challenge that wasn't there to split us
it
up
was so
into
good.
any of us.
And even you went that night as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
And there's so many clips of like when I got the text through, me smiling at Helena, but it wasn't a way that I was smiling at her to be like, haha, you're being dumb. It was because me and Helena were having the conversation and she was like, I think I'm gonna leave.
Like they kept getting clips of you smiling when people left.
I know, but like what people don't realise is I have the like horriblest nervous laugh. Like
I
when someone tells me bad news, I don't know how to take it, and that's just the type of person I am. So like even when me and House had the conversation, you said you was going to leave that morning, didn't you? And we was like, no, House, like you need to stay. And for her to end on the talent show, win the talent show and do her roast, we was also buzzing for her. So when I looked at her, I was like, House, but it's your time, like we know it's you, but it's made out that like I'm horrible, like I'm laughing at her, and in a lot of the situations because of my nervous laugh it's made to be a really bad thing, but people just didn't know how to take me in that sense. Like I think anyone that got dumped, I was crying my eyes out like, where are they going?
But you knew how happy I was to leave.
I
didn't stop smiling when I got dumped. I was like, yay! Like, because I've been having conversations with Dee and Meg, especially for the days leading up to it, saying, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. Like,
Yeah.
I just need to leave at this point. So for her to see it was me going, that was more of a like, she's free.
Let's take it right back to the beginning. Meg, you were all for D from day one.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else that you were like, maybe I would have considered getting to know them from that starting lineup?
I mean, from the starting line.
I mean, I obviously know now it's difficult because, like,
Yeah.
and you've got a boyfriend, but like,
I mean, it was really weird. I obviously didn't really know what to think when I think we all see the boys. So I think I didn't expect to even be with D from the start.
Yeah.
Like, and we both didn't still expect to be with each other. But like, as soon as like it was like day 2 or like it was really early on, it felt like it's still a week in there, didn't it? Like it felt. Even day 1, like the first 24 hours, we made friendship straight away and was
So
like
much
connection. So like even from then, I was like, I tried to speak to the other boys, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
So I mean, I probably should have spoke to more of them.
No,
I think Connor. The first conversation I had with Connor was when he started talking to Megan. Like that was so far down the line. I mean, then Blue had a conversation. Ben was the only person that pulled me for a chat, and I think everyone had hot property on Ben at the beginning. And then when everyone started to get to know Ben, he was just so funny and random. Everyone was like, we didn't expect that. So to be honest, the only people I had conversations with were D and Ben. But yeah, no, not really.
Yeah. And Helena, do you think if you and Harry had been together from day dot, things would be different?
What, coupled up together from day 1?
Or like,
I would have been out the villa in 24 hours. Because remember, Shakira had to choose someone.
Oh yeah.
She then chose Harry, and then that made Sophie leave.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it would have been different because I would have left.
It would have been very.
There would have been no hideaway.
I know.
Oh my god. Okay, so say if you like cracked on with him from like day 2, day what, would that have been different? Do you think?
Me and Harry both said that when we were in there that I don't think we would have got to the place that we were in without having to go through all of that first.
Yeah.
Like I think if we'd coupled up first, I don't. Do you think it would have helped us or not?
I don't know because it's hard because the way you see Harry, I said this from the sleepover villa, like when House went to the sleepover villa, Harry and Helena were their friendship, like they just bounce off each other and they're very much the same personality. But the way I see Harry with Shakira, he's
different.
very relationship and lovey-dovey, like, and they get on like a house on fire and they are really good relationship wise. So like at the same time, as much as everyone was saying about this friends things, and I think you said the same thing, like you start to see it as well. He had 2 different relationships with both the girls, but like from the sleepover villa, I was like, oh my god, Harry's this total different person, more relationship and settled with Shakira. So it was kind of like, but then when he went exclusive with House, it was a bit like it was really confusing, but obviously we did all see the more settled side to him in a relationship with Shakira than what he did House.
Especially with where me and Harry started, obviously sneaking off to the hideaway. We started on that unserious, chaotic banter vibe. So I think we kind of just carried that through. We never really even like allowed ourselves to get serious with each other. But like even then when like we were having conversations, Harry'd be like, oh, come on, like we got to get serious for a minute, and then like we'd actually start having a deep conversation. He'd be like, yeah, anyway, that's boring, and then like move on to something else. Like,
oh my god.
So I feel like we both just didn't allow each other to get to that point.
Yeah.
I feel like you were also quite, at one point you were like, I'm not going to be friends with you, and then are you now going to be friends with Harry? How do you feel?
I feel like I thought the outside, because we made so many plans, didn't we, as a 4? We're like, we're going to be doing this, and this, and then obviously so much changed. So now I'm a bit like, at the time when I said I want to be your friend, it was more the fact that like, obviously I didn't want to lose that friendship because he was my whole experience in there, essentially, like a relationship and friendship wise. But I was like, I can't fathom the fact of like losing that with him as well as the relationship. But now that I'm out, everything's so heightened in there and it's all so intense. And don't get me wrong, like all the feelings I had from him in there were so genuine. But I'm a bit like, we're not making those plans as a 4. Do you know what I mean? Like he's kind of doing his thing, we're doing our thing. And I don't think our paths are going to really cross. So I'm like, well, we don't have to be friends. But I mean, you never know. It's a shame when I think about it. It's a massive shame because, as I say, like Harry was the only person I wanted in there, and we did have a really good friendship aside from the relationship as well. And I think that's why like we spent so much time together, because we were just as much as everyone finds it so cringy and stuff, but we were like the boy girl version of each other, weren't we? And like everybody in that villa could see that. But I've seen clips back of it, And you really don't get that vibe at all. So I understand why people think that this like undeniable connection that I was talking about is also like just made up in my head.
Did any of you get into trouble? Did either of you get into trouble for breaking any rules in the villa?
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
I mean, probably a lot of the time, didn't we?
You'd get told off a lot.
The Vogue would always tell us off, like, to speaking about the outside world, or like if we was to have like when you'd be on downtime, you'd get told don't speak about island life. So when you were on downtime, you couldn't speak about island life, and because you're living in the moment, you just constantly speak about that. And they're like, "Girl, save this chat for later," or stuff like this, or singing. We used to sing.
Oh, you're not allowed
all the
to
time.
sing.
So we all in the dressing room, all of us girls were singing. And I think it was only one night I had a night where I was strobing, I was kicking off really, wasn't I? It was a nightmare. And it was the night of KTB, and we were all kicking off like. It was just a nightmare because outfits strobed a lot, and then we would always have like a WKDS girls in the dressing room, and then we got music, and the whole vibe just went from here to here. So we were like buzzing about it, but we used to sing a lot and get told off a lot for that.
Meg,
yes.
Throughout the show, you and Dee had to sort of constantly defend your relationship.
Yeah.
What impact did that have on you in there and out here now, having to constantly defend it? And now that you've seen some clips back, can you see where some of it was coming from?
Yeah, I think from the get-go, obviously me and Dee had the most tests. Like we were in the relationship from the start, and I don't think no one can compare to what we had, because all of the couples that led up were probably newer than what we was. And I guess on the outside world, yes, you go through tests and stuff, and it's building trust. And I feel like both of us now, we have so much trust against each other, but also like there's challenges and stuff you're putting in there. Like these challenges are games for a reality TV show. So I feel like that's not going to happen. And yes, there's tests on the outside world, and even when the Islanders came in, like I don't know whether you two are going to be prepared for the outside and stuff, it's actually brought us so much closer on the outside. Like we had like a really nice day the other day. We've been on dates, like just spending us two time together, it's actually been so good. And I feel like we've grown a lot. Obviously our journey in the villa wasn't the smoothest, and there's things that he's like, I did that way wrong, and same as me, like the way I spoke to girls and went about situations, I did that really wrong. So we've both learned a lot about each other and ourselves, but I suppose you just got to be there because we know what we had, like, and we still have. So to prove to people, like, these people lived with us every day, they do know what we have. But obviously in situations there was tests that were going to arise, and we've got past them. So like we're flying on the outside. So it's been amazing. So we've only learnt to learn from it and grow from it.
Yeah, good. Helena, would you come back for All Star Season 3?
There's so many
Bad
things
time
to ask.
lucky.
First,
Season 3.
Oh God. I mean, as long as Harry's nowhere near it. I feel like
Get Ronnie on there, Casey on there, get them both on there.
Casey on his 4th time?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't
and that
it?
it's Ronnie been on it 3 times.
That would be Ronnie's
That's
third.
third.
I do feel like I was kind of robbed of my experience in there. So at the moment, I'm a bit like, oh God, I wouldn't go and do an All Stars now. But I do feel like I'd like just go back in there and just not stick to, like, not I wouldn't stick to one person, but don't do it how I did it last time and just, you know, throw everything at one person, because then when you lose it, you lose everything. Do you know what I mean? So potentially,
You got to have a strong headspace to be in there.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what? There's a lot of things I would actually kind of like to do it a little bit for my like redemption a bit, because I feel like I've learned a lot about myself in there that I didn't know, and a lot of people don't know that I've never been in a relationship before. So I was kind of thrown into an experience that I've not necessarily been with a man on the outside world before. So I feel like I dealt with things not in the correct way, and you know, people always say that I was so unserious and let like Harry walk all over me and stuff. But now I've seen it back and realise where I've gone wrong and the avoidant issues that I've got, and I run away from things. And you know, I feel like I could go on to All Stars now and I could do it better for myself and like try and But the thing is, the stuff that I've learned in there, like, I will use that on the outside.
Yeah, same with me.
I just don't want men to come up to me and be like, oh, she's that girl you can walk all over.
Yeah. You learn a lot about yourself in there, and like how to treat people differently, and there's so many things you want to go back on, but you can't. But you can only like amend and change for the future. Like, nobody's perfect, but you can always make yourself a better person. So it's so different to be in there and being out, like, and when you do watch things back, you're like, oh my god. But yeah, it's crazy experience. Anyone to go on there is like, it's crazy, isn't it?
Just one more question before we wrap up. You said, oh, make sure Harry is not anywhere near there. Who do you think might be on there if they were to go back for All Stars? And like, do you think any of the couples that are currently together could break up in time for All Stars?
Oh, Ben would probably.
Yeah, Ben would.
Yeah.
I think also Alima and Billikis, like, I feel like they need to get on there.
Yeah.
Because Billikis so needs to get on there. And I asked her and she was like, yes, definitely do it. I'm like, get on there, girl. Yeah. And Alima is, I don't think a lot of the time, a lot of people are saying Alima wasn't really shown, and that girl's personality.
Yeah, I feel so sorry for her.
Same.
People don't understand Alima and see her because she is
she's
the
funniest
light in the room.
Yeah, and she is so funny. And like, we used to do this chant where we was like, Alima, and like, honestly, she used to just dance. Like, she was so funny. Yeah. And I feel like she would be amazing on there.
She was so funny to watch. Like, she'd be like doing 10 things at once and nothing would get done. Like, because she would just be like straightening her hair, but the straighteners aren't on, and then she was like,
she would be the last to get ready with me, and then when she left they were like, Meg, you've not got Alima now, and I'm like, oh no, I need Alima back. Like, she was so funny. So I think Alima and Billikis would be amazing on there. Yeah, definitely.
No couples breaking up in time. Who do you honestly think is going to make it work, and who do we thinking is like, let's give it 6 months?
I honestly think Harry and Shakira will make it work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely will. And their relationship, which they have, like, relationship wise between them, is actually really good. Yeah. And like, people are starting to see it now. Yeah. And that's kind of what they had when it was the sleepover villa, and that was right at the beginning. I mean, I think even the same with Tony and Cash, like, they are so into each other as well, and like, I always thought they were going to win as well. Like, so like, even when they said to me, who do you think is going to win? Obviously, I was very close to Angel and Ty as well, and they're going to be, I think they're going to stay together as well. They just clicked like that.
Yeah, they were so compatible.
Yeah, like, it's ridiculous so how, but even Tony and Cash, like, Yaz and Jamie, like, everyone was rooting for them, and I think everyone still should. Yeah. So I feel like all of the couples, Megan and Connor, obviously, Megan came back for Connor, so, and they're both obviously been with, like, around each other now, seen each other's families. So I feel like all of the couples are really strong. Yeah, and I feel like on the outside world, it makes you stronger, which people say it's actually not gonna, but it does. When you have that and you've been through so many tests, it does make you stronger. Yeah, I'm rooting for them all. Hopefully.
That. Good note to end on. We will see Helena in All Star season 5 then. Thank you both so much for coming to the podcast.
Thank you.